Hey everybody, it's Christina with Paper Gears. I've started another new series. I'm going to call it The Busy Woman, and the inspiration really came because if you're like me, your life is going crazy all the time and trying to fit in crafts all the time and trying to make things for Halloween and Christmas, and it all just gets a little bit crazy. So I'm here to show you some really simple things that you can do, fit it into your busy life, whether you're a highly successful professional, whether you're just starting out in your career, or you're a busy mom that has 3 children that are running around like crazy all the time. So really simple projects, not a lot of material needed, and trying to stay within all the same type of suite so that way you can buy some things and you can use it in different versatile ways. So this first series, what we're going to do is we're going to do this super cute little Halloween bag. So Halloween's in a couple of weeks, and you're going to have to get ready for it. And what I'm going to do this year for Halloween, I live in a big apartment community, so I'm going to have bags already prepared so that way all the kids get the exact same thing. No kids like stealing a little bit extra, and it'll be this cute little bag. So who wouldn't love that? And another way for me to meet my neighbors. So let's get started. So what I'm going to be using is our jar of Haunts. And this is absolutely my favorite. I already love the jars anyways. I'm also using a couple of the outlines from the Jar of Love. So if you guys don't have the Jar of Love, please get it. It's a wonderful kit and you will not regret getting this one. I use this one all the time. So those are my 2 stamps. And then I have a couple of different blocks. I'm using the D block, I think. I'm using the D block, the B block, and the C block, but really just the D and the B. So this one is out of, the jar outline is out of the Jar of Love, and then my spooky Halloween looking face is out of the Jar of Haunts. And then I also use my Thinlits to go ahead and cut out my little jar, but if you don't have your Thinlits, you can fussy cut them or just cut them out regular, but the jar, or having the Thinlits really helps. So let's get started. I'm using the Memento Black. I just personally like it. You can use the regular ink pad, the black ink pad. This is one of the ones that I bought when I first started, and I haven't bought any or the other colors yet. So I've already punched out a couple of these. So this is a different way to do it. So it's usually you stamp on your image and then you die cut it out, or use the Thinlits to cut it out. If you're making a lot of these, like what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it through the Big Shot, as many as I can, and then stamp them individually like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line it up as close to perfect as I can. And again, these don't have to be perfect. Then I'm going to take another block on the top and just press it down and like make sure my edges go smooth. And then I lift it up and all my ink has been transferred. Go ahead and move that. All my ink has been transferred. So really simple. Then again, I'm going to ink up my little face and add him to the middle. Super duper cute. The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to make these fun banners that are on here. And I have to be honest, my banner punch just came in today. I've been really going back and forth if I should get it, what I want to do. I love it. I'm super excited. With Christmas and everything coming up, it's going to be great. So you just stick your part in all the way, your piece of paper. It's great. You can have a couple different sizes. And then it'll just punch it down for you. So you just have your triangle in the back, and then you have a couple of scraps. If you don't have the banner punch, of course, you can use your awesome scissors and or your snips and cut it out yourself. But this just makes it a little bit more even. Other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use my trimmer and give it a little bit of a fold on there, so that way it's going to be a little bit more even. Then I'm going to shrink him down a little bit more. Oops. So then what I did, the paper that I'm using is the Designer Series paper, or also called DSP, the Halloween Nights one. And then The orange that for the jar is from the designer series paper, or the cardstock pack. Then these are just from Kroger's $100 or 100 pack of just regular brown paper bags. So super easy. You guys know I use this for scraps, so I already had them on hand. And then I just have a bag of candy, so throwing in my bag of candy. I'm also going to throw in a business card so that way parents know where it's coming from. You know, these days you can never be too safe. Then I'm going to wrap it around like that. And then I'm going to take my thread, which is called Halloween Night. So everything is Halloween night this year, so oops. Put that off to the side, just so I can measure kind of roundabout how much I'll need. Again, this doesn't have to be super precise. This would be something fun to do with your kids. Again, this is all about being a busy mom, busy woman in general, keeping up with the daily demands of life. So nothing complicated. And then I'm just going to take my fun pumpkin and kind of also attach him a little bit at the side. So he'll just be attached all the way like this. Take your banner, do a thin part across. I'm using snail. You can also use fast fuse adhesive. You can use glue if you want to. You can use glue dots. You can use whatever you want to, whatever your favorite adhesive is. My favorite just happens to be the snail. So then just wrap him around. Add a super quick little knot. Nothing complicated. I don't do well with making bows. Just not my strength. You would think after being in a sorority I would have figured out how to make bows, and it just never happens. I was never on bow duty. I was always on making sure decorations didn't fall because I was in engineering, so I knew how to do that, supposedly. So this is my fun little treat bag. It's super easy, really cheap to do. If you need any help with any of it, make sure to visit my website, www.papergears.com, and I will have the instructions and all the material that I used also up there. And think of other ways that you guys can give this out. So if you don't want to do trick-or-treating, this would be a great thing to do in your office. All my office mates are going to get a little bag like this because it's always fun to get an extra treat and just helps you get through the day a little bit easier. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave me comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye!